Welcome to our first lecture of web programming with JavaScript. In this lecture, we will cover the overview of the topics that will be covered in this class. In addition to that, we will go over the initial topics of variables as well as declaring variables and running your first few programs. So the first question you should ask is, what's covered in this class? We will cover introduction to JavaScript programming, as well as variables, arrays, constants, arithmetic operators, value assignments, control structures, for loops, while loops, do-while loops, switch and break statements, functions, object-oriented programming with JavaScript, as well as classes and objects, client-server communication with JavaScript to include XML HTTP Request, which will hopefully give you a sense and a taste of what it is like to be able to call APIs to different weather service APIs that are offered through Google and other service providers. So why JavaScript? Why learn it? JavaScript is a very powerful language, and JavaScript is used for both client-side as well as server-side programming. JavaScript is also by far the most powerful language for web development in use today, as well as all web programmers do need to understand JavaScript to be productive in their day-to-day jobs. The first topic we will cover are variables. In this case, declaration as well as assignment. Variables are like boxes that store certain information, in which case is data. So in JavaScript, in order to declare a variable, you would use the var keyword. You would provide a name for that variable. You would use the assignment operator, such as the equal sign, and then the value which would be assigned to this variable. In this case, var num equals 5, we are assigning the integer number 5 to the variable num. In addition to that, we are taking the character k and assigning it to char. We are also storing the string Angelina to the variable name. We're also taking the decimal number 5.55 and assigning it to the variable called decimal. What you need to understand, the difference between data types in JavaScript versus data types in other structured programs such as C, is that you don't have to specify the data type. You basically declare the data type, such as var, give it a name, and just make the assignment. What JavaScript does under the hood, which you don't need to know about, is it assigns the proper data type to that assigned variable name. In this case, we will also cover in the next topic output to the screen. So variables can be output to the screen using either a dialog box or by writing on the document, which is the web page itself. So if you do want to write something on the screen, such as hello, you would simply write document.writeLine, and inside the brackets you would use quotation marks, double quotation marks, and the string you want to type. In this example, we will show you how to declare variables and then how to write them on the screen. So what we have here is we are declaring a variable called num equal to 5, which is what we just discussed, and we will use document.writeLine to output that number. We do similarly assignments for a variable named car, which is equal to k, and then output it on the screen, and name, which is Angelina, and we write name on the screen, as well as the variable named decimal, which is assigned a value 5.55, and we output that on the screen as well. So let's just run this and see what happens. Now we have outputted 5, k, Angelina, and 5.55, which is what we were hoping for. JavaScript also has the concept of arithmetic operators. So with arithmetic operators, you can add using the plus sign, or you can subtract, you can multiply using the star symbol, and you can use division using /, and you can also use the modulus operator, which is the remainder operator. So if you were to go and do 2 plus 2, it would give you the number 4. 3, in this case 5 minus 3 would give you the number 2. 5 times 5 would give you 25, and 9 divided by 3 would give you 3. The modulus operator is used to give the remainder, in this case being 11 mod 5 equal to 1, because when you divide 11 by 5, the remainder is 1. You can also use increment and decrement operators, very similar to C and C++, as well as Java. So again, we are building the foundation for you to use these programming lectures to be able to apply them broadly, and this is one of those instances where the increment operator can be used to increment or decrement a value, to be able to use that for. In this example, we are declaring a variable called sum, and we are assigning that with the equal sign 2 plus 2. We are outputting the value of that sum with document.write line with the open bracket sum close bracket semicolon. When we run this, the answer is 4. In the second example, we are going to declare a minus variable, which is equal to 5 minus 3, and in order to write that, we will run this, and we see the value 2. We can also do a multiply, which is 5 times 3, and we see that the output value is 15. We can also do a modulus, we'll just call it mod, and we can do 11 mod, let's say 5, which is what we mentioned earlier, and we can output the mod and run this, and I think you get the idea. This is how you do basic arithmetic operator in JavaScript. Thank you.